The second one too is a full-time daycare toddler.
Don't worry, you can do it.
Don't worry, you
Okay, now they can do it. Don't worry.
So the streets are not smiling. Every Monday is you have to pay that school fees for daycare.
Oh yeah. You go to the tax. Oh God, now you know they complain. You go to the tax.
Oh no, this is not a complaint. This is me just on the soapbox. This is not complaining.
I know. I understand.
I'm just grateful that I can afford to live that life, man.
I understand. Sleep is like luxury right now. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, sleep is I was literally setting an alarm like let me not wake up by 3:30. I'm people wondering where teacher is today.
It's well with you, my brother. You have a long way to go.
Yeah, my journey is still far. I'm not even my journey is still far. Those children they're still very small.
Still very far.
I tell you too, me, I do I had back-to-back. I did master's program, I did internship, and I worked full-time job all at once.
Yeah, that's where
So coffee will become your.
I think only women can do that. I don't think any man has the power.
You guys don't.
The man will just die.
Completely.
No. But the hubby did the same thing. Hubby was also in his master's program when we had our kids. So we.
I'm pretty sure you were carrying him along too. I'm pretty sure he was riding on your wings. Oh man. But it's an incredible journey for sure. It's been incredible. It was definitely something to remember.
Making they look there, you be like, not be this smart things where they can't disturb your life. They'll not be wagging mouth. So.
The older one is already asking the question up and down, saying no when you tell her something. We're like, since when? since when can you start asking questions here? But hey, it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Absolutely.
It's a blessing. All right, let's do one more VM and then we'll look at assigning IP addresses. So what we're gonna try to do is I'm going to try to make everybody figure out your own IP since you're in your home network. I'll show you how to check for your own IP address in your house. And then we'll create additional IPs that will just allocate IPs for everybody from what you already have. So it's going to be another it's going to be a fun class. So let's do one more VM for those who haven't done all of theirs. If you need to walk through mine with me, just follow me and do it. Then Mr. Morgan, I'll say you need to create some space. That's the challenge you have right now.
I don't know.
My own
you need
matter of space.
No, not you. No, I'm talking Mr. Morgan. Morgan's on his space. He's his space. He ran out of space yesterday. That's why his installation failed. So that's the difference. So you have to solve that problem first.
Namdi, can I?
Yes.
Let me just share my screen real quick now. Make you look my documents now. See real quick. Wait.
No, I can't be looking at your documents to see what's on there to delete. I don't know what's important and what's not.
I don't even have any. This laptop, I know they use it for any except for this class. So whatever you see there is cool to delete, man. I don't just want to go make that mistake. Delete any whatever now.
Yeah, so that's
disable this
what's that? All right, let me run this my third VM real quick. Let me make sure I don't have space myself. Before, okay, yeah, I'm good.
A home master like you don't have space.
Nah, I'm always good with space.
I'm looking for your trouble. I know. I'm just messing.
See, can you see that guy there? That's how many terabytes? 3 to 4 terabytes.
Yeah. I have a lot of space. I don't know what anyway. I don't know, maybe because
But I think for real though, everybody should invest in a hard drive because apart from what you're doing now and all of this, you're going to get information. By the time you start getting, like, let's say tomorrow now, Mr. Joseph can come and say, hey, now they're running into some good resources that are for like AWS. Do you want me to send it to you? You know, I might need to have where to collect those things from, right? You're going to keep getting new resources. You get new videos, you know, that you want to download. You need to have somewhere where you can put them. All right, so I highly encourage.
I mean, I have 3 hard drive.
How can I check my space?
Your space. If you go to your your computer, you'll see your drive. So this is my C drive is almost full, my E drive, and then my external hard drive. So just you can check it from either you go to like if you see this folder down here. If you right click on this folder down here, you'll see a bunch of folders, but go to File Explorer. That's the best way to do it. So on that File Explorer, just go to this PC or my computer, depending on what your operating system is. So when you come down here, you see all of the everything, your drives. So I partitioned my hard drive into 2. That's why I have C and E. And then this is an external hard drive, the Seagate. That's like my backup storage. So I think everybody needs to get one of these for themselves. It might not be massive like my own, but there's a cheaper. Honestly speaking, if you go on eBay, you get cheaper ones. Way less than the $80 I even said.
Nandi, real quick, because I see on your what's it called, your VMware workstation. Yours it says it's workstation 10. Mine is workstation 15 Pro.
Yeah, so it was meant to be 15, but then most people had 10. So I undid my 15 and I downgraded to 10. So you stay in 15. 15 is the better version to use.
Okay. So she just goes to
it's better, but majority of everybody in class here is on 10. So I had to, just for uniformity and ease of explanation.
I'm also on 15, so it's fine.
Yeah, but the 15 is way easier to navigate.
Yeah, I stayed on 15 as well.
And you see all of you so low-key just stayed on 15.
What do you mean? How did they get 15? Namdi.
That was the link I shared. The original thing I shared was 15.
What before mine showing workstation 10?
You can upgrade later.
Yeah, but anyway, the 15 is there. You have access to the 15 and the 10.
How many
so if you go through the Slack link, you see all of them there. Put it all on there.
Let me check. Yesterday I didn't.
All right, let's go because we have quite a bit to do today. So let's get started with I'll do my NSTAR class 3. So anybody that hasn't finished theirs, follow me. And everybody I worked with everybody one-on-one yesterday too. So even if mine is not exactly what you're seeing, you know what to do now. So let's go ahead and get this sorted real quick.
I'll follow you because it's my first. So let's go.
Yeah, all right. So on the home screen, you see where it says create new virtual machine. It might be a little different on 15, but it's still the same process. So click on the create the new virtual machine.
I get all that one.
And then we're doing the typical configuration. So hit next. And now we'll point to, that's going to where we're going to get our installer drive from. That's where our operating system file is. So that's it already, because I did this several times yesterday, it's already pointing to the installer drive, but I'll go ahead just for the process for recording. If I hit browse, this is my hard drive. This is where I've stored my ISO file. This was the file that everybody downloaded yesterday that they extracted. All right. So select your ISO file. You see the disk image, that's the file we need, and hit open.
Wait, Namdi, hold on.
So you need to know where yours is. You got the server of this Windows Server 2012 folder, right? So that's what you need to point to.
Yep. Okay. All right. Okay.
I still got that error message that said the thing at the bottom.
Yeah, but you know what to do now. We just kept on going. Yours will look different.
And then just change it to 2012, right?
Yeah, change it to 2012, yes.
And then I leave it at Microsoft Windows, right? Okay. That's all.
So you do Microsoft Windows and then make sure you're selecting Windows Server 2012.
Yeah, it's already defaulted to that.
All right, so open, and then I'll hit next. And then I'll select the product key. Sorry, today's my grandfather's birthday. Now he's calling me. I thought they called him earlier. If I don't pick now, they'll say I didn't I'm a bad person. Sorry, I give me. Yeah, I'll call you later. All right, so so that's your product key. In that same folder where you have the ISO disk file, you see this text file that has the key, the product keys. So we're using the data center one. And again, the order will be different for you, Java. So
Namdi, please hold on. Let me work with you here.
Okay.
Also, question, Namdi, if you end up clicking on the standard key, how would that affect it? Or would it?
It wouldn't.
Okay.
But the only thing is we want the data center one because that's a different license. There's some features that the data center edition has that the standard server doesn't have.
Okay, Namdi, mine is 2012 R2 data center.
Well, you have these keys, right? This Windows 2012 CD key should have this text file.
Yes, R2, but it's R2. Mine says R2 for both of them, for both for standard and for data center.
Yeah, that's fine. Just copy the data center one.
Okay.
Yeah. And paste that here.
Now I have to reduce my thing to, you said I should always do like 512, right? Megabyte.
Yes, because I wasn't sure how much RAM you had.
Yeah, to be on the safe side. Okay.
Yeah. So for the personalized Windows, change the username to NSTAR user. And then remember, put the password I told you guys to create so many years back.
Oh,
I'm going to keep
NSTAR user. Oh,
yes.
I use my name or the others. Okay, that's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. If you use your name for the other ones, that's fine. Okay, we're still going to create. We're going to make what do you call it? We're going to make network accounts eventually that we're going to be using. All right, so I'll go ahead and hit next. So let me completely, let me turn off my phone. Village people are calling. This is not the hour. All right. So under the virtual machine name, change this to NSTAR class 3. And then for the location, leave this as this, but come and delete from these documents all the way to C.
From virtual, right? All the way to
Yeah,
C.
from documents all the way to C. So you should have just your C virtual machines and NSTAR class 3.
Did he ask me for the product queue?
It will ask you later. You know yours is reverse. It will ask you at when you finish. Have you done the you've done the, what do you call it? Configuration, change configuration and all of that, right?
Yeah, but I started going back so I could follow you because I thought maybe I missed something. So I'm just where you are, but I've already went to the end. I didn't show me the key thingy. So
no, it's when you start. When you start yours, it will ask you for the key afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just make sure you do those change configuration and you've done the bridge to NATs.
Yeah, I did all that. I did all that, but I was like, wait, where is my pro? So I was like, let me just go back. I didn't want to mess up anything. I beg.
No, you're good. All right, so I'll hit next. And then again, I'll change this hard disk capacity to 30 gig. And we use that so we can just have enough for our operating system files and any other things we have. I'm leaving this split into multiple virtual drives. I'm leaving it as is, and I hit next. And then I'll come to here, I'll click on customize hardware. Customize hardware. Again, like I said yesterday, if you have 12 gig and above, you can leave your memory allocation at 2 gig. But if your computer is less than 16 gig, if you're like 8 gig of RAM, make this like 1 gig or 512 megabytes. Now, 512 megabytes obviously is going to be a lot slower than in performance, but that's fine. It's still better than, you don't want your whole computer to slow down, because you're going to notice that by the time you start running these 3 VMs at the same time, everybody's server is going to slow down significantly because of resource utilization. So we have to be careful with allocating resources. And then come down to network adapter and change this to bridged. And then hit close and finish. All right, so IJ, yours should still ask you some questions after you finish. You should.
You know, ask the question.
Did you finish it? Then you have to power on yours when you finish.
Because the power on was where we're having the issue with my own.
What was the issue with your own?
Remember, my own had it said the whatever.
Oh crap! Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the binary translate.
Yours was the HP.
Yeah, the HP virus thingy.
Yeah, yours was the HP. You need to go to your BIOS.
Yeah, that's the thing. The visual machine.
Oh yeah, that's and that's the problem with that is you have to do that before you boot. So you can't even. You have to shut down and then before you boot up your computer, that's where you fix it. That's the challenge.
So wait, how do you say I fix it? I should shut down my computer? You
have to reboot your computer, but you have to go into the BIOS of your computer. So it's a very funny
I better go wait for that
process. Yeah, that's
before I go put my
Namdi, it's saying that the computer will restart several times.
Yeah, that's normal, yes. Oh. Because you're basically installing a new operating system. So it's going to restart. It's applying all those updates. It's going to restart several times. You can see mine is saying the same thing. Take a while. So it's part of if you've done any restarts. If you've done any new installations before, it's typical. All right. Who else is? Everybody else is good, right? I want to make sure I've not left. Where is Jenny?
Right now, the take control and delete this things for me now.
I just came in here now. Good afternoon, Nnamdi.
Good afternoon. I'm looking for you. How are you?
I'm good. I went to church today, so I think that's why I slept up.
Sunday sleep is important. After church sleep, you say.
Oh dear. It remains for my sleep for church safe.
Hold on.
Yeah. How far with your oldest thing? Your VM, where are you?
Everything. So where I am now is a power able to open.
Yeah. So let them talk.
Did you hear me?
No, I lost you. I was hearing too many people.
Okay, it's powered off, unable to open. Oh no, the guy said it was going to come back. I said when it comes back, put that. Did you get that?
It said okay. Can you try powering them on? I'll see.
I tried to power the first one on. It says unable to open. I don't know why.
Oh, your computer needs it needs a touch. But I need to give you a new computer.
We can so yeah seed now. One nigga come. I can't keep my.
We need to give you a new computer.
No. So what do you think is the problem?
I think your computer is limited in resources.
Oh. Because I tried to do the three you did yesterday, and then when I finished, it just said powered off, the three of them.
Okay. I'll just follow us for the class.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
going
let's
to do
follow us
so
for the
that
class.
I
I'll call
can
you
talk
after.
to her. Okay, thank you.
Now the quick question.
Yeah.
With this space thing, because I just opened my own PC thingy, my D drive, it still says it's free with 24.9 gig, and my C drive is the one that is like with free with 328 gig. So which one?
Yeah, so that's you're pointing everything to C. Your D is likely a recovery drive. That's reserved for HP.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep using you have enough on C, so no need to change that. Mr. Morgan, share your screen. Let's see what we find in there.
Okay, Morgan, share your screen.
Share your screen. You have been campaigning for this screen sharing thing.
Please,
Mr. Morgan. Where you did again, sir? You have to fly me over to your area and take care of me for 1 weekend.
I did Texas or Dallas.
I'm going to find my flight ticket and send it to you. You buy it.
No shaking.
And then send you the hotel I want to stay.
No, I'm going to choose the hotel.
No, I'm going to choose whatever one day. Before you use your pandemic eye now, choose one bed, bath, and beyond. I mean, you choose extended stay for me.
Before that, he needs to get the hard drive. Before he buys a ticket.
Disable that thing where you disabled yesterday.
Disable what?
That stuff you disabled yesterday. You need to share this screen. There's something you disabled yesterday.
I didn't say when to allow people to share. Let me stop sharing.
Okay.
I'll go ahead.
All right, go ahead and share yours.
Oh, while Morgan is sharing, I have a question for you. Nnamdi, what does it mean by SharePoint?
SharePoint is a, how do I call it? It's a tool by Microsoft. It's another product that Microsoft has, but it's mainly for intranet, so for internal file sharing in businesses. So companies normally have like a SharePoint site where we can share documents. So instead of using like a normal shared drive, they have a SharePoint. It's easier to organize, files and things.
Is it like a mailing system? Like how they have?
No, it's not a mailing system. It's like it works like a website, or it's like a web application. But you configure it internally.
Is it like how inside the companies that people use like Outlook? Is it like something similar to that?
It is, but completely different from Outlook. So it's still a Microsoft product like Outlook, but this one is just for file sharing and document sharing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Mr. Morgan, so what are we looking at here?
Just take control. Take control.
Take control. Father, take control. Begin to go to C. Sit down to the left. Go to see what have OS and C. Yeah, click on that. Actually, shouldn't I be able to take control? Isn't it? Should give me control? Let me see. Yeah, I'm requesting remote control. Give me control of your computer. Okay, so this is all. Let's see how much space you have where first. Yeah, you see you're out of space here. This is why you're running out of. You only have 100 gig of this thing. You only have 100 gig. So no matter what we do, you're going to have a problem. Because already we're doing 30 gig for each VM. That's already 90. And so that means we need to delete 20 gig worth of stuff. Yeah, so honestly speaking, there's not much we can even do here. You see what I'm saying?
Go to the control panel.
Yeah, see right here, this is 117 only. That's too small. Now, you don't get anything to delete because just your operating system is going to be like 10 gig. Just your Windows running on your computer. It's like 10 gig on its own. Then we'll now have another 90 gig from our VMware and things. So,
wow. Dive that.
Yeah, so you actually need more space. Remember, that's why at least you need to have like 250 gig You don't have anything special going on here. It's literally all VMware, Microsoft. There's nothing we can uninstall here to give you backspace.
You can't minimize the virtual drive to 5 gigs or?
No, because by the time just the Windows Server is a lot heavier than Windows 10, like the Windows client or operating systems. So you need space, a lot more space. Let's reduce the size. Let's see whether I can do 25.
Are you not here?
Yeah, but for real, Mr. Morgan, you need to fix this. You're not going to do much with this.
No laptop.
Yeah, you're not going to do much. Let me see your. Oh wow. Yeah, so you have that 8 gig of memory. It says virtual memory. Let me check it this way. Yeah, you have 8 gig of memory. So did you already build any VM?
VM?
No,
No.
You didn't do any yesterday.
It could not. It kept telling me.
Yeah, that you have only. No matter what we do, we can't even get you one VM run itself. See, deleting all of this will not save you any space.
I'm supposed to stay copy the whatever.
Yeah, you don't have anything here. Yeah, even if we delete all of these things and you still need them, that's another part. You still need all of this operating system and SQL Server files. So we can't even delete these ones. You can delete the zipped ones since you already extracted them. But it won't give you much, it won't give you back, it won't give you anything back like that. I don't know, Brian, do you have any ideas? I don't see too many opportunities to save space here.
Yeah, his best advice is to get a new laptop.
Man, I was going to say extend the hard drive. But you know, I think either you replace the laptop completely, or I don't know if you have we have Micro Center here in Atlanta. I don't know, so if you have any of those kind of shops over there where you can take the computer and see if they can extend, replace the hard drive and extend. They will just migrate everything from here and increase your hard drive for you.
Is that doable with a laptop? Because I know that is it's more of a desktop. These desktops that have that.
Oh yeah, you can. I've done mine.
Yeah, you can upgrade your laptop.
Yeah, I've done mine like 1,000 times.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't recommend if you're not like an addicted computer person like me to do it yourself. But you can take it to Micro Center or an equivalent of it.
Yeah.
And they will extend the hard drive for you.
Micro Center here, right?
Yeah, Micro Center here will do it for you.
They're in Duluth, right?
Yeah, in Duluth, yes.
On Pleasant Hill Drive.
On Pleasant Hill, yes, that's exactly it. They'll do it for a good price there. My only thing with doing that is if you buy an external hard drive SSD, it's already costing you like $80 to $100 or $120. If I add another $80 to that $120, I'll find something of this size with more hard drive space on eBay, refurbished.
Yeah, Morgan, check I sent you something on OfferUp. Got something for $180.
Yeah, offer up is heaven. Just like that, there's people willing to sell things, let go or offer up. Just go there, pick up a decent laptop, man. That's a better option.
Or 5 can you use 5 Facebook Market?
Facebook Market is also excellent.
Facebook Market is good too, yeah.
Yeah, Facebook Market is also excellent. You will get very discounted things. People just don't know what to do with their stuff there. You know, you might get some, maybe the battery is not the bad, maybe like the charger might not be working perfectly. You can always order that online. But that's the best bet. Honestly, there's no space to save here.
But honestly, if you want to get like the one I bought mine from Amazon. If you really want to get a good laptop that has 60 gig RAM and it's expensive.
It's expensive. No, it's expensive. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't.
$700. Even
at least. Even the refurbished, the company refurbished 16 gig RAM will cost you 700.
That's right? What I pay for
the new ones. If you buy open box, you buy it for 900 at Best Buy, and then if you buy like brand new, you're paying from 1,500 and above.
1,500, yeah.
So I know I don't. I mean, that's almost you paid another money. That's like another school fees.
What you just sent me is a 4 gig RAM still.
Yeah, it'll still run. You just need bigger hard drive, man. I have a 4 gig. I bought one laptop I'm using. I bought it for 150.
So this one I'm using now, it's not 8 gig or
it's fast, but you don't have enough hard drive.
Yeah, your RAM is 8 gig. So at least make sure you have at least 8 or even more than that, because you see how we're allocating RAM on this VM. We're allocating 2 gig per VM. So that's already 6. So if you don't have up to 8 gig, you can't even do that.
Okay, so basically this one now, my laptop is how many RAM or what? Let me see. Let me get it.
It's 8.
Your RAM is 8 gig. See your RAM here. See, it's 8 gig right there. That's your memory. And your hard drive, that's it here. You're 117, but you have only 8 gig remaining.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's why you can't install any VM, because we're allocating 30 gig for each VM.
Okay.
All right. So that's the problem. And you see, we've gone through your computer now. There's nowhere we can delete anything from. You just have a very low amount of storage space. Right? Yeah, your storage is very small. It's very limited.
Okay. So let me get this. If I get an external hard drive now, so
don't get an external hard drive. Don't get an external hard drive. Don't do that. For this, I'm getting an external hard drive for external stuff. So if I send you videos and things, you can save them there. But this is part of your system.
Okay.
You need to fix this one first.
Right?
You need a hard drive that has space. You don't have space right now.
Okay.
You don't have space. You don't have space. That's just the truth. You can't do anything. If you install another serious software on your computer right now, it will crash it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see this is red. It's showing you red. This is your C drive. If this C drive runs out of space, that's it. Your system will crash. Right? Okay. So that's why you need to fix this one first. And for me, I feel like instead of trying to fix it by spending another $120 to fix it, or you can close your eye and just go on, let's go, offer up. I'm buying something.
Brian sent me.
I'll send you some more in Dallas.
Yeah, Brian can hook you up. You can go on eBay. eBay has 1,000 different options, and
so if I get that one now, start doing all this stuff all over again now.
Yeah, that's what Samuel did.
But that's the best way for you to learn. You have to start doing it so that you learn. Just like I did, I'm doing everything all over again. That's the best way for you to learn.
Revision for you.
You're right.
All right, give me back. Can you stop sharing? Give me back my power.
All right.
Let's continue class.
Take on.
Our time is going again.
Yeah, our time is going again. I'm trying not to leave any soldier behind.
Nnamdi,
yes, sir.
Even when I was doing this, the other two with Agap, the follow-up screens like this did not show like this. We're having issues. So I might go and so there's a possibility of on installing those two that we created, right? And recreate them myself, right?
You can do that, but if you're dealing with a gap, chances are you just need to understand what he did.
Yeah, because
instead of
the follow-up screen, like what I have right now on my screen for the what's it called NSTAR class 3 is I have something here that says quick start, yada yada yada, and all of that stuff. It just shows me a welcome window. It said server, manager, dashboard, blah blah, local server.
Yeah, that's fine.
It then says to me that easy install failed to automatically install VMware tools.
Yeah, VMware tools, that's fine. VMware is going to keep sending you all of this rubbish.
Yeah, it says I should log on to the guest operating system and click install VMware tools from the VM menu.
Yeah, don't mind VMware. It's going to keep sending you all manner of messages. Remember, it's trying to help you enhance your functioning. We're not trying to become VM experts right now. We just want to have 3 servers that we can use to build a network and do our stuff, pretty much. So don't worry about the messages from VMware or anything. As long as you can get in, you have this 3 and you can get into all of them. That's what really matters. All right, so let's log into our VMs. So normally, if you're probably seeing something like say asking you to press Ctrl or Delete to sign in, right? If you make sure you power on all 3, make sure all 3 of your VMs are powered on. It might, like this ones are not showing me that, but it's the same deal. If you do Ctrl or Delete on your keyboard,
mine is showing me recycle bin.
You're already logged in. It logged you in. That's why you're already logged in.
Or you can just click on the screen.
Yeah. So instead of doing the Ctrl or Delete, it will Ctrl or Delete your entire system. So do this instead. Come to the whichever of the VMs you want to log into. So let's do NSTAR class 3. Right click on the tab. You see where my mouse is?
Yeah.
Right click on that tab. You see where it says send Ctrl or Delete. If you do that, it's going to give you a login screen.
Yeah. It says lock, switch user, sign out, change password, task manager.
Yeah, so you already logged in. That's why it's giving you all of that.
I can't click the send control delete. Not clickable.
Is your thing powered on? Make sure it's powered on. Power on your VMs first.
All right.
Yeah, I have to power on all of them first. So when I log in, this is how it is. So if I go to NSTAR class 2, I'll do the same thing. Right click on that tab, send Ctrl or Delete. And it brings this window up for me.
Okay, see, for the other ones, sorry, I'm taking you back, but for the other 2, it doesn't give me that. But for the first, that's the one we just created now, the NSTAR class 3, it gave me that, what's it called? Yeah, it was open because, like you said, my, what you call it, my file, what's it called it? It's open, it's powered on. So this, what you have here right now, I've closed out of this. So how do I go? How do I open?
Yeah, so this is where this is what you're seeing on recycle bin, where this is what's open. That Server Manager open by default. So if you minimize it, you see your file. We're inside NSTAR class 2 now. This is when in a computer now, right? This is its own server. Same deal with NSTAR class 3. We're inside it now, where this is its own server. If we start going, we can see the start pro. See the way it looks like Windows 8. You can see this control panel and everything. It has its own everything. So we'll get to navigate all of this in a minute.
Okay, fine.
All right, let's go to NSTAR class 1. So just make sure you can log into all 3.
Yeah, I can log into all 3, but 1 and 2 does not give me the options like you said right now at the bottom. Like you don't have to scroll down to see what's it called, to see, like you had the extension for, or right, the icon for your file explorer, yada yada yada, and all of that stuff. But for my 1 and 2, I don't have that, but for 3 I do.
As long as you're in, that's all I care about.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. How it appears is going to be relative to, you know, your system or your server.
Okay, so how do I get this dashboard that you have right now on your one?
It comes up by default. If it's not there, that's fine.
It's not.
Yeah, that's fine. I can minimize. That's if I click on the tool is down there. The link, the icon rather, it's down there. If you click on this bottom left.
It's right here.
But again, don't worry about all of that. We're not doing anything with it for now. As long as you can get into all of them, that's primarily what I want you to be able to do. All right. Is everybody in their own VMs? Have you gotten into all of them, all three?
Yes.
So apart from Morgan right now and Ijoma and Jenny.
Yes, sir.
All right. Excellent. So the next thing we have some configuration steps we need to do on each VM, right? We need to set up the whole network. So we're going to do a few things. Let me. Make a list of the things we need to do, disable file. So we're doing this on all the three VMs, disable firewalls, disable UAC, and we're going to do all of this together. So this is not an assignment. Disable firewall, disable UAC.
What a shout.
All right, so these are the different steps we're going to take on our VMs. On each VM.
Hey, Neb,
all right.
quick question.
Yeah.
So you do this on a daily basis, or?
No, this is not our job. We're not going to do this ever.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah, we're never going to do this, more than likely. But we need the VM. We need the servers. The servers normally be configured for us, but we need it for our high availability. So we might as well learn how to do this.
Would you put this on your resume?
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Definitely put it, because it gives you an expanded range of skills. So this is the system administration work we're doing. So when those Windows guys tell you they're building new servers that's going to take 2 days, this is what they're doing. They're building a new VM, or they're spinning off a new VM or whatever, and they tell you they'll click their fingers. This is exactly what they're doing.
So, what's this process called? Building server? What do you call it?
Yeah, we're basically creating a new virtual machines.
So if you were to put it on your resume, what do you classify as?
Using VMware to build new servers.
Using what?
VMware.
Okay.
Or virtualization to install new servers. If you go to those sample resumes I sent you, some of them have VM.
We do it. Do we do it?
Do we do what?
Like, is it part of our DBA work?
No. That's what Brian was asking. No, it's not.
Oh.
All right, so let's do the first thing. Let's identify your IP address. All right, who knows what an IP address is? Let's start from there. What's an IP address?
Internet protocol address.
What does that mean? You're correct, but what does that mean in the sense of?
That's your address for the internet being supplied to you.
All right, so whether it's internet, every device on the network has an IP address. The IP address is like a unique identifier. It's a number that uniquely identifies every device on the network. So not just for internet. If we have a local network, it will have an IP address. The moment you connect to the internet, automatically an IP address is assigned to your device. And we're going to see how they do it, how it's done. Actually, it's called dynamic IP assignment. But again, I'm trying to not overteach these things, because they're not things you're going to be doing on a daily basis, and I don't want to overwhelm you with information you don't need. for now. Eventually, this language, you're going to get used to all of them. So let's see. So how do I know what IP address is, or what range of IP address my server is? Because all of you are on the network right now, that's how we can connect. We're all connected to the internet, right? At our homes. So go to your computer, open up command prompts. So go to your programs and just type CMD. Type CMD and open up command prompt. You see command prompt? Does everybody have that? All right. Again, normally what I would normally do if we were doing this in physical classes, I will use the class network address to assign everybody an IP address. But because all of us are in different locations, that won't work. All right. Do we all have our command prompt open?
Yes.
All right. On your command window, type ipconfig. So type ipconfig and hit enter. I think, Daniel, this is your area.
Nnamdi.
Nnamdi, can you do it again? I lost count.
ipconfig. On your command prompt, type ipconfig, CONFIG.
Okay.
And then hit enter. Why did you all sound so happy?
You want to learn how to.
Daniel, I thought this is your area of specialization.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
You and Brian should be the one that's teaching us this area.
This is my area, yeah.
All right. So you see, there's can you see all of this? There's a bunch of like set of IP addresses. See where it has IPv4 address. It says 192.168.126.1, and then subject mask. Do you see yours? 192.168.1. Yours might be a different number.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is supposed to be a different number, except to have the same provider. But I want to make sure. Do you see something similar to what I have?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So this number is here. This 192.168. This is your local IP address. I want to make sure I don't want to use I don't do the wireless one. Ethernet adapter. There's too many of them. It's confusing. Let me try this one more time. I hate that thing. Here we go. See this one. All right. So on this very last one, can you see? So these are the numbers I will use. Can you see where it says 192.168.101.1? I'm going to use that range. Okay, this is my default gateway. Okay. You see the one that has the default gateway 172.20.1. Do you see yours? What's your default gateway? Do you have your default gateway? Do you have a value for default gateway somewhere, like around something like this?
No, the mine doesn't have default gateway.
Yes.
I have a default gateway, but it doesn't have so-called
No
value there. There's no value for my default gateway.
Mine don't even have default gateway. It's just blank. It's not.
Yeah, I have mine.
There are two. Go all the way down. Oh, the wireless.
That other one is the way it is that start with FE. It's not what we're looking for.
Yeah, this FE one, that's your IP version 6. That's some hexadecimal boot drive. I hate networking shenanigans. They're annoying.
So you're talking about the default gateway under the Ethernet adapter, right?
Yeah, or anywhere. Do you have a default gateway like this 172.20.10.1?
I have a default gateway, but
it's just a number. Mine doesn't even have it.
There's no value beside my default gateway. It's there, but there's no value.
Mine is a number 2, but it's under my wireless, and the one. Hold on.
Mine is under wireless too.
Mine is under my wireless.
Okay, the wireless. That's how you're getting the internet.
Under the internet, mine is blank, but when you go under my wireless, my number is there. That's
okay.
The template.
Where you have. Let's not look for the default gateway. Let's just look for the IP address directly. See where it says, do you have anyone that ends with .1? Because normally that's what they
Yeah,
add.
that's my own ends in .1, which is under my wireless. My default gateway ends in .1.
Okay, that one that ends with .1 more than likely is your local default gateway. We're going to use that for our DNS. All right. So type out this number, that one with the .1. the IPv4, the one that has the .1, whatever it that has the .1. You just type out that value somewhere. That will form the basis for what we're doing. So mine is 192.168.101.1.
So under what are we looking for that now? Under the internet adapter one, or
yeah, they're all the same. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's going to be the same. This .1 number.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
What do you mean?
Mine is not the same.
It's not.
My internet adapter 2 is different from the internet adapter malware thingy. It's different. The IP address is different.
Is the range the same? Which one has the .1?
The both have the .1.
They both have .1.
Yeah, they both have .1, but it's two different numbers.
Connections.
Yeah, it's two different numbers, but
and internet adapters, they both have.
They're two different numbers. Like for me, under my
now the which one we're gonna use? Is it the one the first one, the internet adapter VMware network?
No, don't use the VMware network one.
Or the one internet adapter
VM network 8.
Yeah, everybody's network is going to be different. So if anything you're calling now sounds like Latin to me, because it's not the same as
There's VMnet 1 and VMnet 8.
Don't use anything VM. It should use the local ones. The VMs we just built out those servers. That's why. So don't forget about the VMs, the VM ones. Talk about the local adapters. The internet adapters are the ones I care about.
Internet adapter.
What I'm saying to you, Namdi, it's up there. It's under both of them. Like the Ethernet adapter, VMware network adapter, VMnet 8, and then there's VMnet 1. That's what I'm saying to you. They're both under the Ethernet adapter.
Let's do it again. Let me see.
.1, not all of them.
Namdi, see yours. Yours is VMnet 1. You get it, and then you see your IP address there, which is 192.168.126.1. That's what I'm trying to.
We can, like me, I have other way I can find my IP, like using some,
Yeah, I want everybody can use the.
Yeah, you can use Boa.net.
Yeah, what's my IP? It's a bunch of the IP lookup.
Yeah, IP to location. .net.
But who gives me every DNS, everything? I like using one.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, who are same spell?
Whoa.net.
Yeah, I don't like to use IP location. IP to location.
Who are like HOW?
Wow.
WHOER.net.
.net. But not like I have a problem. Like I have to
WHOER.
Yeah, WHOER.net.
Wow.
But it gives you, but you can still use IP to location too.
So just trying to give you just so we can see one thing sort of.
So, but sometimes it might not give you. Sometimes they might give you different
range.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but what I look at is my DNS. Like aside this, like if I'm doing that thing, I want to make sure that my IP is correct. I look at the DNS. Like
yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'm trying to keep this thing simple. And I want to give you guys something uniform to be looking at. All right, for this IP config, this latest one, this one that's matching 172.174. All right, so this, okay, do you have this one, this link local IP?
Yeah.
With the subnet max 255.255.0.
Yep. I have that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the one I want us to use.
So we want us to use the IP address on top of it. Like that's the,
yeah, because that's the default gateway. That's the subnet mask I want us to also use. So 101.1. And that subnet is what we're going to use as well.
Subnet mask.
Yeah. So just type out this top one, this IP address, the one right there. All right. Does everybody have theirs now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be our default gateway. We're going to use this as our default gateway. That IP address we typed out, we're going to use this as our default gateway for all three of our servers.
Please, I'm missing a step here. Like I have to restart my computer, so I don't know. Like I missed a step before you got to this point.
Which point? We've never moved for a long time.
No, I mean, okay. I mean, like on those NSTAR, you know, like you say right click, then click on send control plus alt and plus delete, right?
I mean, logging into the computer.
Yes.
The VMs.
Yes, I've logged into all of them.
Yeah, that's all we've done. They were not trying to find the IP addresses.
Okay, because I had to restart. So.
All right, so what we'll do is we're going to create an IP address for NSTAR class 1, 2, and 3 based on this default gateway. Right, so we'll do NSTAR, you're going to randomly based on this range. This 192.168.101. So you can make NSTAR class 1, 10, 11, 10, and then NSTAR class 2 will be 11, and NSTAR class 3 will be 12, something like that. So based on your default gateway, right? We all have our default gateway. The first IP address we copied out, I said use that as your default gateway. Everybody has their own default gateway or their own number, their own IP address they copied out. All right. So what we'll do is we're going to generate IP addresses for NSTAR class 1, 2, and 3 based on that. So NSTAR class 1, I'll make mine .10. So the same range, but .10. So you can use the same 10, 11, 12 for yours. 11 for NSTAR class 2. All right, so you see what I've done? I use this range to generate random IP addresses for my 3 NSTAR servers. Does everybody get it or have something like that? Just type out your own, again, based on your own IP address. And again, normally I would assign this for all of you, but because we are all remote. Does everybody have it? Are we all good?
Not yet.
Just as long as you have this first one, this is the first one, everything else is based off this one. So I'm using this as my default gateway, then I'm using 110, 111, 112. Don't overthink it, just use anything. Like whatever, if you had one here, you can use 10, 11, 12 as well. Or if you can use 5, 6, 7. All right, then I want us to just create an extra 2 IP addresses just to spare IP addresses, just in case IP addresses. We're going to need them later. So I'll put them on there as my reserve. So this will be 13, and 14. All right, so just have those two reserve IPs that we'll use down the road. All right, so we should all have our IP addresses. We have like a bunch of numbers typed out somewhere. All right, so let's get back into VMware. Let's start playing.
Does it matter which of them I use? Because NSTAR 1, class 1 or 3. Does it matter which I use?
How do you mean NSTAR 1 or 3?
Like, you see, when we get back into VMware, like, are we using NSTAR class 1 for the first for the first demo?
Yeah, yes. Make sure you're logged into all 3 of them. We're going to go in sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, just log into all 3 of them. We're going to start from NSTAR class 1. NSTAR class 1 is going to be our domain. That's where the network will live, and then NSTAR class 2 and 3 will be where we have our database servers.
I'm still at a loss trying to get this dashboard and all of that, because like I said to you, these
Don't worry about it. I'm going to navigate it with you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're going to navigate it together. All right. Is everybody logged into NSTAR class 1, 2, and 3?
Yes.
All right. So go into your NSTAR class 1. Now, what I recommend is it's easier to manage this if you're on full screen. Right here, see where we have full screen right there. If I do full screen mode, it fills up the screen, so it's easier to see everything. I prefer to manage it in full screen than it makes it a lot easier, and it feels like you're working on the computer directly. Except you're using one computer to look at your recording and watch the class and click, then that you might not do full screen. But if not, it makes it easy for me to manage it on full screen. All right, this server manager dashboard just pops up by itself. So if it's there, you can close it out. For now, we don't need it. So let me X out of here. So you should be seeing something like this. This is Windows 12, Windows Server 2012. It's a server operating system. What we have on our computers is what we have is Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows 8. Those are client operating systems. Those are children compared to these guys. These guys are heavier. This is where most of the SQL servers you will run at work will be running on server operating systems, not on client operating systems like we've been doing so far, right? So we're kind of going closer to the real deal now. So let's set up our network. So remember this step. So the first thing we want to do is disable firewalls. We're going to do this on NSTAR class 1, 2, and 3. All right. So everybody, make sure you're on NSTAR class 1. Are we on the NSTAR class 1? I want to make sure I'm carrying everybody along.
Yep.
Everybody's on NSTAR class 1. Excellent. Now, if you have the server manager, if you had this, like, you can close it out. It normally comes there by default. Close this if you have it. If not, you should be looking at a blank screen like this, right?
Nnamdi, how did you make it full screen, please?
There's a full screen view right there.
Let me see. I can see that one. Trying to make my full screen.
Yeah, it's going to be on the top on the view somewhere.
Nnamdi, is it going to show you Windows Server 2012? That's what you're going to have on your screen, because I don't have that.
Even if it doesn't show it, it may or may not. I don't know.
All right, cool. That's for I'm talking about. But for 3, I probably make it better for 1. I don't have any, but it's fine. I'll just follow you.
Yeah, but you're able to log in. You're able to log into NSTAR class 1, right?
Yeah, they're all powered on. 1, 2, and 3 are all powered on.
But are you logged in? Did you log into it? Did you do the control alt delete and log into each one?
Yeah, I did. Which you said. Yeah.
And you can. So what do you see right now? Do you see a semblance of like you're in a server?
Yes, it's a black blank screen.
Similar to what I have.
Yes, but of course, you're using 10. You're using 10. I'm using 15. So, but yeah, similar to what you have.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so it's the VM is just a host. Right now, we're not even doing the VM. We don't even care about the VM anymore. Right now, we're in the servers directly.
Oh, great.
Yeah. All right. So if I want to get to my my desktop screen, just click on the Windows button on your what do you call it, on your keyboard. The Windows button on your keyboard. It will bring this up for you. This is where you have a lot of programs.
Okay, there we go. Therein lies the problem, because the Windows keyboard on my thing is bringing up the programs on my client operating system.
Oh, just make sure are you do yours as full screen yours, and make sure you're in here, because sometimes because you're toggling between.
No, it's full screen. It's full screen. It's full screen. It's let me go to 3 and see if 3 gives me that option of
if it doesn't do, if the Windows keyboard doesn't, just drag your mouse to the bottom left like that. You see how it shows me the stats at the bottom left? So whichever way you choose to do it, either you use the Windows button. If that doesn't work, just take your mouse to the bottom left and you see the start menu right there. That tiny, can you see that blue tiny thing on my screen?
I see it, Namdi. So what I'm trying to say to you now is, for the NSTAR class 1 and 2, they do not give me this option. I only have this option available on 3. That's why I was asking if I probably need to like reinstall the 1 and 2 again, following the method that you used earlier, because 3 gives me all of these options that you're talking about right now.
That's weird. If the installation went fine, then it shouldn't have all of this.
No, I think we kind of like missed certain things when I don't know, when Agap and I were going through it, because I see all of this for the 3. It gives me these options, but for the 1,
is that Agap? Is he on the phone? Is he on the call? Let me explain what you guys did. I'm curious to see.
Because the 1 and 2 does not give me this option, but 3 gives me this option.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if you guys had any issue, because it's the same regardless of how the process is. It's the same. Should be the same thing. Agap, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's the situation with Mr. Joseph's own this thing?
With who?
With Mr. Joseph, his own installation, his own VM, NSTAR class 1 and 2.
Oh, I tried creating the VM. It went all black, and when it does that, what fixes it is an upgrade. And the upgrade wouldn't work. So I want to start from scratch again. I uninstall the VMware itself, the application, and then I'll start from there again and do it again and see what happens.
All right. Sorry, Mr. Joseph, I was giving you false hope. I thought it was done.
If you want, I could just install both of them and go over this and install them back again, following the procedure you showed earlier.
Yeah, but your NSTAR class 3 is working. So how weren't you able to do NSTAR class 1 and 2?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what happened with the.
If one of them is working, then I think you just need to probably shut down and power up the others again. What I was trying to do, I thought all 3 wouldn't work. That's why I was on to start from scratch. But if one is working, you can go ahead and power down the other 2, or close them, open them again, or redo them.
Yeah, I'll redo them, because the 3 is what we just installed now. But the 1 and 2, they're not.
Yeah, the ones I did with you. Yeah.
Agap, you're not your game again, no. You're burning my cable. Since after I did all those resumes.
Took up my energy.
You have killed Agap for me. Agap ran away yesterday. Agap is dodging class now.
All
right.
That's true.
Yeah, Agap is dodging class now. If you notice, he doesn't come early again. He comes like towards the end of class.
And he's always having family meetings.
Family meeting every time. He's dodging class now. If I'm kidding, man.
Agap receive grace.
Yeah, don't burn my guy's cable.
Thank you.
Yes.
No one kill Agap.
I'll kill Agap.
Namdi.
Yeah. So my suggestion is, well, you're on the waiting list now. But let's do this. work with NSTAR class 3 to build your domain. I don't want you to reverse the order, honestly, just to avoid confusion in the future.
Just join us here, please.
Yeah, I'd rather you wait and fix it and have the same thing we have, so that when we're doing the subsequent when we do subsequent stuff, we're still all in line, right? Instead of
join us on the way.
Yeah, instead of you having yours. I was going to say do the NSTAR class 3, use that to work today for the domain, and then, but it'll be confusing down the road.
Okay, but how do you uninstall this one and two? Because the thing is, if you guys are following and going through what you're doing, I could uninstall both of them and try to reinstall the two again, and both of them, and probably along the way I'm just saying, just so that I'm in sync with you guys.
Yeah, that's removing everything is a process. Okay, Agap. So let's start from there. Take Mr. Joseph offline and then solve that problem first. Wow, and then we'll come up to speed. Does that work?
Okay.
Another person join us.
Yeah. So so just you and Agap just go offline. I think yeah. So Agap, take care of Mr. Joseph first because I think he has the least issue, and then take care of Ijoma next. Because she has that whole VM enabling thing.
Daniel, so me and you is in one boat now.
No, you and Daniel are not in the same boat though. Daniel has a different. Daniel bought a new yacht.
What do you mean we are on the same boat?
Daniel is not on your boat though. Daniel bought a yacht.
Is he talking about laptop?
Yeah, the laptop.
What laptop? I got 4 laptop here, bro. All of them, they are updated.
Okay.
No, did you order for another one, right?
I bought a new. Yeah, I have about. No, listen. The one I'm using to do this watching this thing is a 16 gig RAM and called i7 and I think 500 gig. But the thing is that I need a new laptop so I can able to watch from another one and do this. So I got the same new laptop from Amazon, refurbished. I think I got about like $760.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So who was
for i7 and 16 gig RAM.
Whatever, migrating, moving this stuff.
You see that Daniel has got a new yacht and you are still in the
Yeah, Daniel is riding like he has his own $1 million yacht. You're on canoe, you're riding canoe over there with 150 gig. Daniel is out on Lake Lanier right now cruising.
We can install all this anyway. Now I will still learn on top of
that. This is consolation. All right. So it's okay. All right. So I got take care of Mr. Joseph. Let's do that order, right? So start with Mr. Joseph, then take Auntie Joma. And then Mr. Morgan needs to buy a new in that order. So take care of those two people. Let's start from there. I think everybody else is on point. All right, so let's go to NSTAR class 1. Is everybody on this screen?
So am I going off or continue?
Yeah, you just get with a gap now so that he can get you straight. Okay. So everything we're doing, since you have your IPs, you can even finish up with him. Everything we do today, he can actually walk you through everything. So not just the but let's fix your 3 VMs first. That's priority. The rest of these are configuration steps that you can easily fix. Do.
You want me to go off the meeting now, right?
Yeah. Grab him now that he's sitting around before he has another family emergency.
Okay, yeah, please come.
So you guys can get on Slack. You can use the Slack meeting, or there's 1,000 meeting options I can use.
Okay, great.
Yeah. All right. Let's continue. So on this home page, the first step is to disable. Where's my notepad? All right, here we go. All right, so step 1 is to disable firewall. So come to control panel on your start menu on NSTAR class 1. Come to control panel. All right. On control panel, go to system and security. System and security. All right, are we together? Control panel, system and security, and then Windows firewall. Are you here? Here, everybody, confirm if you're here or not. I need to get. I don't want to go far and then I miss something.
We're here.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. On the left, go to where it says turn Windows Firewall on or off.
Namdi, you cut off. The Zoom went off.
My Zoom is on fire.
Yes, sir.
We're on the same page.
All right. Where did you get? Where did you lose? Where were you somewhere? What was the last thing you saw?
I just clicked control panel.
All right. So control panel, go to system and security. System and security.
Damn, man.
And then Windows Firewall. You got it?
No, I don't know what's wrong with my internet. To control panel, then what next?
System and security, and then Windows Firewall.
Okay.
And then on the left, you see where it says turn Windows Firewall on or off. All right, so go ahead and turn this off. See the last option, turn off Windows Firewall. Turn off. Okay. Once you turn it off, go ahead and hit OK.
All right.
So everything should be looking red right now. The next thing we're doing is disabling the UAC. Okay. All right, so come back to control panel. So just come back here.
Namdi, sorry. I just want to get water. How did you get to that?
Are you kidding me?
Okay. I needed to drink when I'm dehydrated, bro. Please. Sorry.
Dehydrated. So what did you? Where are you? Where are you? I guess. So control panel, system and security, Windows Firewall. This is what we just did. And then turn Windows Firewall on or off. And then we turned off and we turned off. That's what we just did. And then okay. So turn off, turn off. So the step one is disable firewall. That's what we've just done. The next step is to disable the UAC. So go back to control panel. And under control panel, go to user accounts.
Okay.
All right, under user accounts, go to user accounts again. You see this user accounts up here. So two layers of user accounts. Then you see the last option that is there. It says change user account control settings. That's UAC.
All right. So
click on that. You see this drag, this whatever this drag and drop in. Drag this all the way down.
Never notified.
Yeah, so we're saying we're trying to allow the networks to talk to each other. We don't want any internal security team blocking our connections.
Okay.
So that's why we're disabling firewall and these UAC things. All right, so go ahead and hit OK. And then yes. All right, the next is to enable the admin account. So you see up here on top of the change UAC, the next one is manage another account. All right, go ahead and click manage another account. All right, are we looking at this, the same thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so go to administrator, click on administrator.
Where you going?
And then create a password. All right, this is very important. If you don't create a password, you won't be able to build a domain on this site. So just put, again, the same password we've been using, the same strong password I asked us to create. We are using the same password all the way, just to make it easy to remember. And then create password.
Namdi.
Yes, sir.
Mine said change password. Is it that because of my system I put password on it?
Say that again.
Mine said change password, not create.
Do you know the password?
Let me.
So just change it. No need to. Don't even try to figure it. Just hit change and then put the password that you know.
But now you're asking me to put current password and new.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. If it's probably using the same. It's probably the same password you created. Maybe you're logged in as administrator.
Yeah, I log in as administrator. Yeah, you're right.
So probably that is already enabled. All right. So the next step is let's go ahead and assign IP address to this NSTAR class 1. Let's assign an IP address. So on the way, come all the way down. You see where this network icon is. Can you see what I'm pointing to? right click on that network icon, and go to Open Network and Sharing Center.
Where are you pointing to?
Can you see down here? You see the network icon down there? That Ethernet icon. Down on the bottom right.
Where you can pull Wi-Fi?
Yeah, that place where you normally have Wi-Fi down there, but on the VM, not on the laptop itself.
Out in the car. Got a little girl in the car.
But why yours is not showing? Yours is just showing the change account.
No, you're looking at account. I'm pointing down here. See what I'm pointing? Where mouse is? Can you see where mouse is?
I don't know why I'm not even seeing. Hold on.
It's not showing in them there. Where you?
It's not showing on our. It's not showing in our Zoom.
There's your Zoom icon. It's kind of blocking it.
That Zoom icon. How do I even take that Zoom icon?
Minimize the Zoom.
How do I even minimize that Zoom icon?
All right. So down here, I've left full screen.
Okay.
So see right down there. Right click on this, then Open Network and Sharing Center. All right. So go to Change Adapter Settings. Who is playing a movie at the background? Yeah, please mute yourself if you're watching a movie. All right, go ahead and click on Change Adapter Settings. And then on this Ethernet 0, right click on this Ethernet 0 and go to Properties. All right, under Properties, you see where it says IP version 4, the last option. Select IP version 4 and then go to Properties again. All right, are we all looking at the same thing?
Yeah.
All right, so you see that it says obtain IP address automatically. That's normally what you have on your laptops and everything. That's why you don't have to manually assign an IP address. Once you come online and once you're online and you're connected to the internet, automatically an IP address is assigned to you. But because these are physical servers, we don't want the IP address changing every time we reboot. That's why we want to give it a static IP address. So change this to use the following IP address. All right, use the following IP address. And then come down here. So remember what you typed out, those IPs you typed. NSTAR class 1 IP address is this. Okay? So put your NSTAR class 1 IP address right here. So whatever your number is, 192.168.101.10. All right, not the default gateway, the NSTAR, this is the first one, right here. We got it? All right, so whatever your number is, put it there.
My guy, it doesn't let you copy and paste?
No, no, you have to manually type it in. All right, so come to the next subnet mask. Once you click on the subnet mask area, you see that it populates by itself.
Yeah.
It populates itself, and you see that it matches the number that we have. It matches that subnet mask that we had at the beginning, right?
No lie.
Then the default gateway, use that original IP address. The first one that we copied from the default gateway one. The .1. We're going to use the default gateway for all of them. So default gateway will be 192 in my own case. (192.168.101.1). All right. And then for your preferred DNS, I didn't put this down on the notepad. Use 127. Everybody use the same thing. 127.0.0.1. All All right, 127001. Are we all good?
Who's watching a movie?
Yeah, legit, somebody is watching a movie somewhere.
It starts with the TOPEM. That's where the noise is coming from.
They're all adults now. Someone should mute if it's your house or anywhere.
And they are pressing microwave.
Somebody's using a microwave.
Unbelievable.
After
Yo, for real, it's the let's I don't know why anybody will be I understand the classes are long and everything, but for real, I don't benefit from doing this. You guys do. The distraction is not affecting me, it's affecting everybody else, honestly. So I don't see why I don't get the reason why somebody will be distracting everybody else in class, and I'm losing focus. I'm trying to stay straight here. Please help my ministry. All right, so 127001. Is everybody good so far?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So go ahead and hit OK. And then close. All right, so we've assigned IP address for NSTAR class 1. All right, let's go ahead and do the same step for NSTAR class 2 and NSTAR class 3.
It's asking if you want to find PCs, devices, and content. Yes or no?
Is asking to do what?
If do you want to find PCs, devices, and content on this network?
Yeah, why is it asking you that? I've never had that question come up.
Yeah, it's popping up on my own.
On your VM, hope it's on your VM, not on your computer directly.
Not my computer directly, my VM.
Yeah, so yes, that's fine. I'm fine with that. It's within it's your network. That's your internal network, so nothing can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine now.
All right, let's do the same thing for NSTAR class 2. There's only one step that will be a little different on NSTAR class 2. All right, so same step. So step 1 is to disable firewall. So again, I'll come down to, can you see the start window menu right there?
Yeah.
And to bring this out, or you can use the Windows button, whichever one, it's fine. Go to control panel. Go to system and security. And then Windows firewall. On the left, just hit turn Windows firewall on or off. And then hit turn off and turn off. And OK. All right, everybody good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Step 2 is disable UAC. So come back to control panels. I'll just click on control panel up here. Go to user accounts. And then user accounts again. All right, then the last option is change user account control settings. All right, drag this all the way down. And OK. It's gonna ask me all of this. I'll hit yes.
No, wait, I'm having a little issue here. On my, like when I click on this, okay. Open network and sharing. Okay.
We've not even gotten there where
control
panel. I mean on my control panel. Okay. Then where else do I go?
All right, so manage another account. Then administrator to administrator. And then create a password.
I'm still behind though. I'm like. I'm not where you are
No,
yet.
we're going to do this again for NSTAR class 3. So just whatever we do now, we're doing it one more time. So you know where you missed something and then you just go and fix it.
Okay.
So specify your password. And create password.
Nnamdi, can you use the same password for all 3 of them?
Yeah, that's what I recommend. That's why I say create that one strong password, and we're going to keep using it forever. It makes life easy, so you don't have to remember 1,000 passwords. You can see how many passwords you have to change already. If we have to remember each one, we'll need a document for that. All right, and then let's go ahead and assign the IP address. So come down to your network icon right down there. You see the network icon, right? Right click on the network icon, open Network and Sharing Center. Change adapter settings. All right, on the Ethernet network, right click and go to properties. Everybody together so far?
Yeah.
All right, go to Ethernet protocol, the last option, IP version 4, Internet protocol version 4, and go to properties. All right, then we're going to use the following IP address. So this time around, we're using the second IP address, NSTAR class 2. Got it? So impute your second IP address. And then you see once you go to the second subnet mask, it populates. Default gateway is the same thing. The .1, the 192.1. Then for the preferred DNS, we're not going to use the 127.0.0.1 like we used before. We're going to use the IP address for NSTAR class 1. The reason why is, remember, we're going to look back everything to NSTAR class 1. So NSTAR class 1 is going to be the host, and then NSTAR class 2 and 3 will point back to NSTAR class 1. So in this preferred DNS, put your NSTAR class 1 IP. All right, so that's what we're going to be using for the NSTAR class 1 and NSTAR class 2. So you see mine is .10. That's what I'm using for my preferred DNS. Everybody got it, right?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for you to start the other one so I can cache up.
Okay. So go ahead and hit OK. And close.
No, no DNS.
No, no DNS. We're not messing with the DNS. We're doing the most basic configuration. Yeah, we're doing the most basic network configuration. Just so that our primary goal is we just want a standard basic network. So a sysadmin might do some things a little differently. They might go a little deeper, but we're not. All right, so let's go ahead and repeat the same steps for NSTAR class 3. All right. So first thing is disable. Looking at the Zoom chat, everyone's like, please mute. All right, let's go to control panel on NSTAR class 3. All right, step 1, disable firewall. So system and security. So it's already ringing in your head right now. System and security, Windows firewall. Turn Windows firewall on or off right there. And then turn off, and then turn off. And okay. Everybody good?
Yep.
Good. All right, excellent. So let's go back to control panel. Step 2, disable UAC. So user accounts. User accounts. Change user account control settings. And drag this all the way down. And hit OK. And yes. All right, step 2 is done. UAC done. Everybody good? Yes, yes, yes. Next one is enable administrator account. So manage another account. Select administrator. Create a password. Specify your powerful password. And create password. All right, and then the last step is enable IP address. So come down here, right click, so you can see network icon. Right click, open network and sharing center. Change adapter settings. Right click on the Ethernet properties, IP version 4 properties. Then use the following IP address. I might see, I see everybody, I'm not losing anybody yet, right? I'm carrying everybody along, right? So this is the third one. IP number 3 for NSTAR class 3. 192.168.101.12. Subnet mask the same. Default gateway is still .1. And then preferred DNS is the same thing. Preferred DNS server is the same NSTAR class 1 IP address. So NSTAR class 1, again, for the same reasons I explained the last time. And okay, and close. Are we good? Everybody good so far?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So when we're selecting, when we're trying to create an IP address, you want us to, like, you know how my own ends with like .1?
Yeah.
So what would be the range for me to choose my number? Does it really matter?
It doesn't. I just chose 10, 11, 12. So I use 10, 11, 12 to make it simple. You can use 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As long as it's within the same range, that's all I'm concerned with. The same range with the default gateway. That's what I want it to be in. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to make NSTAR class 1 the domain. Right, so that's where your network will live. That will be our server. We're not going to run anything SQL Server on NSTAR class 1. That will be our domain controller, right? So go to NSTAR class 1. Let's go back to NSTAR class 1. Is everybody here? All right, NSTAR class 1. Are we all here? I want to make sure everybody's here. I don't want anybody to miss this step. Michael, are you good now? Michael.
Yes.
Once.
All right.
Namdi.
Yeah.
I'm having a major problem, yeah? Because like, you see, I just cut off now. I just joined the meeting again. I'm watching the video, right? I'm using Zoom on my Apple laptop, but it's shutting me down because it says another device, another laptop is using my IP. So it's cutting off the internet on my Apple laptop. I don't know why.
Another device. Are you connected to? Are you running 2 sessions?
No, like I just had to connect on this Zoom right now for it to work. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Weird, right? Because like it has nothing to do with my Apple. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, maybe you had another session going on that I didn't log out from. That's all I can think of.
I like it. Are you on NSTAR class 3?
Oh, I don't NSTAR class 3. We just did the same thing. We just did the IP address and the firewall and all of that. Same deal. Yeah. We've done on all 3.
For the DNS, am I going to use the NSTAR class 1 too?
Yeah, for DNS, we're using NSTAR class 1.
All right, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So once you set that up, we're going back to NSTAR class 1. We want to set up the domain on NSTAR class 1.
Okay.
Sorry, because I'm just trying to think out with this question. So in terms of choosing the numbers,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Random 3 numbers. As long as it's in the same range, 192.168.1 is your gateway. You can pick anything from 10, 11, 12 for. See where mine is. I just pick 10, 11, 12. These numbers are random. The only thing that matters is this.
So which one are you looking at to choose? Wait, the 106.
This is the one that we put from your computer. This is the one that the first one was the one we put from the computer. That's our gateway. So I now just made up this once. The only thing that is different is 12, 11, 10. Everything else is the same range. This range is the same for all of them. It has to be the same range as this one. And I can make 10, 11, 12, the reserved ones, 13, 14.
My confusion was just the number 1 at the end. That was what I thought you said was the range. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Not as much clearer.
All right, so let's go to NSTAR class 1 and set up our domain. So in your NSTAR class 1, bring up your server manager. So you see this down here on this button. If you come to the bottom left of your NSTAR class 1, right down here, see the icon I'm pointing to. Close all of this out. Right here. If I click on this, you see that's the server manager. I click on it, it will bring up the screen. It probably is open already. All right, so on your server manager, you see where we have add roles and features. All right, click on add roles and features. So it brings up this wizard for you. So we're going to add this domain admin role. So hit next. And just keep hitting next. And hit next again. So under roles, I need to select Active Directory Domain Services. And then hit Add Features. Are we good to this point?
So we have to select what active what?
Active Directory Domain Services. Once you click that, it's going to give you an option to add features. Hit Add Features. This is under roles.
There's no add features here. Okay. I get it.
All right, so once you select that, hit next.
My Apple is telling me to change my IP address.
Are you sure you didn't mess with your computer?
No, IP? Like I think it's messing with my Wi-Fi. Because like it's telling me to change my IP address on my Apple laptop because another device is using my IP.
Yeah.
Say no.
There's no. There's no. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You have to like wing it out to get to this class.
Taking out the internet from my Apple. It's saying it cannot share internet with another device using the same IP.
Maybe, yeah. I think what has happened is maybe you allocated that Apple IP address to one of your VMs.
I didn't use the Apple, not this
Yeah, but you know you're on the same network.
Right.
You're on the same network. So maybe the IP, one of these fake IPs you made up.
Maybe it looks the same on the
Apple
app.
was, yeah, the Apple was probably using one of those.
So I actually have to check the Apple IP address and change it.
Yeah.
Then can I change the VM one? I have to do it all over again.
How do you know which one it is in the VM?
I'm not sure because I have to figure out the IP for
so you don't know which one it is. So even if you change, you have to change all three. So it's easier to just change the Apple one, if that's what it's saying.
So I should change the Apple IP.
That looks like that's the only way you don't get kicked out again.
Yeah. Goddamn. How am I gonna change the Apple IP now?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about Apple. Apart from iPhone.
Connect with your phone so that we can move on. I thought you have a laptop problem.
Yeah, let me try go on Zoom on my phone. Oh.
Better.
But now I have to download this. I have to go on Slack first.
Don't worry, you watch the movie later.
All right, so we've selected, so let's just keep moving. So hit next. We're not doing selecting anything else here. So just keep going through this, hit next, and install. So we're trying to enable, again, what we're trying to do is create a domain on NSTAR class 1. And then all of the others will join to the network.
Wonderful.
Yeah, by the time we're finished, you have your own small intranet on your computer.
Small what?
Incredible.
Intranet.
But not like I've only configured the NSTAR class 1 and 2. So now like after this,
configure all three of them. Finish up the configuration because you're going to join NSTAR class 2 to the domain and NSTAR class 3.
Yeah. Okay. Like so, I can't finish this step, then go back and like do that one.
No, you can finish this step and go back and do the other ones. They are independent. Yeah. All right. So you see where it says it has finished successfully. Can you see mine has finished? Installation succeeded. Is yours? Has anybody else's one finished? It should be done by now.
Yeah, we're good.
But what's that?
I have the same thing.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, mine is still running.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Samuel.
That thing that was doing Morgan yesterday has traveled to California. Nah. It has come to Samuel's house.
Hey, Samuel.
Samuel is in Cali.
On my game now.
Wow.
How is it that the only IP address you choose is the one that your Apple is using?
Texas to Los Angeles now.
I'm telling you.
Are you sure your village people want you to finish this process?
Now the end, they won't confess.
All right, let's continue. So you see where it says promote this server to the domain controller. That option right there. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and click that promote this server to the domain controller. All right. Now, where it says on this option, say add a new forest. Don't ask me any questions. There's too many jam questions.
Which kind of forest?
All right, say add a new forest.
Randy, what kind of forest?
Forest.
Oh man, this is the IT forest. So call this call your domain. Let's use nstar.local. Keep it simple.
.local.
Yeah, we can use .com, but let's all use the same thing. Let's not be.
I'm just listening. I can't even hear anything. I can't say anything.
Sorry,
sorry, my brother.
Sorry. Beg Morgan. I don't know what you do, Morgan, yesterday. Morgan, I sent that into you. Now Morgan, cause
That's my own issue.
let me tell you the chain of command here. Morgan annoyed Dana yesterday. Dana sent him something.
Right.
Morgan crashed.
Now they send the same to someone.
Now he has sent it to someone.
Wow.
So, it's only back to send out.
It's about to send that. All right, so NSTAR the local, and then hit next.
You can't want.
How many password you want create, sir? They
I don't say just use the same one. That's why I say use the same. If not, you're going to run out of passwords. You will not remember. You start getting confused. That's why I say just create one and then use it all through.
Just, type the directory.
Right. So it's asking for a password under the directory services. Go ahead and get the same damn password. It's holding me up. Okay. Okay, come on. Here we go.
Next.
Yeah, go ahead and hit next. All right, it says blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I'll go ahead and hit next. Of course, we don't do anything for DNS. That's why I said all of this. So hit next.
Create DNS.
Yeah, just keep it in next. So it's going to bring you to this NetBIOS as NSTAR. That's fine. And then hit next. So really, we're just going next till where it says create install domain.
Just verify NetBIOS. Next.
Yeah, are you ahead or behind? I don't know where you are, but yes, mostly next. So hit next here.
I'm behind NSTAR. It just says domain name NSTAR.
Yeah, that's what. So hit next there.
Okay.
And then, so this is everything. So this is all the selections we've made. Go ahead and hit next as well.
This one.
Okay. But cannot this be created through query, using a query?
Not SQL. This is not SQL Server, no.
What?
This is not SQL Server. You can do it using a command prompt or PowerShell.
Yeah, no. Because I saw something now that says these settings can be exported to a Windows PowerShell script.
Yeah, you can do it through PowerShell.
So to make installation.
Yeah, that's PowerShell is what you can use to script it, but not SQL Server. All right, so prerequisites are good. Go ahead and hit install. So once this is done, we'll go ahead and join NSTAR class 2 and 3 to the NSTAR class 1 domain, and we'll be in good shape.
And accept my invites. I've done hotspot on my phone for the Apple.
Oh, okay, that's actually smart.
Yeah. I'm back now. Wow.
Like Mike Tyson.
So you were not here since Udobia didn't know about you. Morgan. Welcome back.
Daniel, please send one of your laptop to Morgan.
That's deep.
Morgan is not doing well.
Please send Morgan one laptop. Morgan is in a bad shape right now.
No, here Morgan needs it now. We need to call the Ryan. The Ryan need to pray for her.
I have a problem. It says the computer is being restarted because of.
You are good, my brother.
It's because of what?
The NSTAR class 1.
Yeah, to restart it, and it will, because you're doing the domain, it's going to restart it a few times actually. But when it restarts, you see that it's going to log you into NSTAR domain. So you won't log in again as into your account, your NSTAR class 1. You log into NSTAR. So see, it's doing the same thing for me.
Oh, okay. Because I got scared. I'm like, what's going on?
Wonderful.
So to restart you and then bring you back, you now log into the domain. And you'll notice that that's how, when you log into your computer as a server at work, you see that you're not going to be logging into, you log into your company name / your username, something like that. That's kind of how it would be now. All right, let's hold on. Okay, still coming.
So this is how real workplace is. Like you're working, this is how it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Right, the work, the good thing is all of this is already going to be set up before you come in. But the advantage of what we're doing is at least we understand exactly what's happening at the back end. So somebody on the server side can't confuse you now, because you know what they do. Or you know exactly what they're, what exactly they're configuring at the back. So if somebody is talking about domain controller tomorrow now at work, or server, or build a new network or VM, virtualize a new server, you know exactly what they're asking for.
Yeah.
If you have to open it, let's say tomorrow, maybe you have a new application that requires a new server. You can tell them like, hey, can we just build a new VM for this server? Right? Or if they say we need a new VM, you know exactly what they're talking about. You've done it before. But the good thing is at work, it won't be our job. It's the server people's work to do all of this.
So when you're about to like at work, if you're trying to like build a VM and
we don't build VMs.
Huh?
We don't build VMs at work.
Oh, we don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the server. The server guys do that.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing now, we're just doing
it so we can have our own network, so we can do high availability.
So we can work in our own. Okay.
Yeah.
In our own server.
I can show you high availability using the instances, but it won't be. You won't get the full experience.
Okay.
Yeah. But with this one, I'm teaching you some server work, but also we get the best experience on the database side.
So Nnamdi, later, if I check the IP for my Apple and see what's making a conflict, right? Yeah. If I change the IP address again for my instances for the VM, it's not going to change the settings, right?
No, but I even think that your Apple, once you restart it, is going to have a new IP address. Because I think the IP is...
I've restarted twice. It's a useless, this Apple is useless.
It's supposed to be dynamically assigned, so...
I just tire.
I'll be surprised if it's still retaining the same IP address.
It just puts like an exclamation mark on my internet place and says another device is using my IP.
Yeah, that's a bit strange.
Someone, who did you offend?
Two laptops can even share an IP address, so I don't know why it's doing like that.
Yeah. All right, let's sign back into NSTAR class also so we can see the what we've done. So again, right click on the tab, send Ctrl or delete. So can you see how I'm logging in now? See, this is the NSTAR domain.
Yeah.
I'm logging into the NSTAR domain as NSTAR user, no longer just NSTAR class 1. I'm now logging into the server on the network. All right, so now we're in, so that's excellent. So one more step we need to take. Are we all back in NSTAR class 1?
Yeah.
All right, so let's come back to control panel. Let's go back to control panel and we're going to disable system and security and then Windows firewall. So now we need to do the remaining step here. That's this disable domain firewall. So you see that there's a new firewall that appeared here. That's a domain. So turn Windows Firewall on or off, and turn off. And okay.
What did you do here? Click the domain networks?
No, turn Windows Firewall on or off, and then on that is the turn off.
Oh, then we turn the domain off again.
Yeah, turn it off, and everything should be red again.
Yeah. All right. Got you.
All right. So now so next thing we need to do, now that we've set up our domain and it's good, we need to join NSTAR class 2 and NSTAR class 3 to the network. All right, so let's move to NSTAR class 2. This is the fun side of this thing. I enjoy this part when it happens. If it works well, it's always very exciting. Close all of this out. All right, come down here to this file explorer. Just click on this, open up this guy. All right, on this computer, my computer, right click on computer and go to properties. Okay. Under properties, you see where it has change settings.
Which computer? Local disk.
No, not local disk. Right here. See where it says computer here. Right click on computer and then properties. It's going to bring you up here. And when you come here, hit change settings.
Okay.
And then click on change. And click on change. All right, so under computer name.
Nambi.
Yes.
I don't have computer.
I don't have computer on mine either.
Yeah, your PC. Just right click.
Whether it's PC is the same thing.
Now it's PC.
Whether it's this computer, if it's PC that's showing for you, that's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So right click on properties.
Okay.
So change settings. And then change. So now computer name, rename this to NSTAR class 2. Let's use the correct names. All right, and then on that member of, change this from work group to domain. All right, and then under the domain, type nstar.com. That's your domain name, right? That's what we created.
Wasn't it local?
No, it's .local.
Oh, .local.
Yeah.
nstar.local. And then hit OK. So it's asking me, do I want to use the customer score? I'll say go ahead and say yes. And if we did everything right, we should have good. So this is a good sign. So if you get this through the security window, then that's awesome. All right, so here, just specify your administrator account. Remember that we put in, you remember that administrator account that we enabled? Type it in here. Administrator, and then put your password. The same password we've been using the whole time.
Namdi.
Yes, sir.
I have a problem, please.
What's the problem?
He said, do you want to use this computer? He said, the name NSTAR class 2 contain non-standard character.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I had the same thing.
This my customer. I said, yeah, I said, see, it's not going. He said, an active directory domain controller, ADDC for the domain, nstar.local could not be contacted. So what does that mean? You want me to put it on Slack?
No.
No, let's finish. Let's finish, because it's supposed to be, if your settings are correct, you shouldn't have any problem there. Well, let's get through this one first, because we are still going to repeat the same step on NSTAR class 3. So if there's anything missing, you disabled the firewall, right, on the NSTAR class 1.
Mm-hmm.
domain, yeah, so it should be fine.
I did everything. Let me put it right here. I'm trying to put it on the Slack.
All right, so go ahead and hit OK. And maybe just try it again. If it doesn't work, just try it again. Sometimes, because this is network, so.
Can you check?
All right, so if everything is good on my end, they should tell me welcome to the NSTAR domain.
I already have that.
All right. So that's
I put it on Slack. Can you check it?
Yeah. Let me solve my own this thing. All right, come on.
So welcome to NSTAR class domain.
Yeah, that's what she tells you. She tell you what, welcome to NSTAR domain. That's what she tell you. So I'm waiting for mine to happen.
It says I must restart my computer to apply.
Yeah, you have to restart. So tell her to restart. When you restart, when you're logging back in, make sure you log into the domain, not to the local NSTAR.
All right.
Us too. Well, let's see what mine is going to say. It's probably.
Gap has helped you out. Check Slack.
All right. So welcome to NSTAR.local. So you see that. All right. So NSTAR.local. So I say welcome to NSTAR.local domain. I'll hit OK.
It just shows me NSTAR class 2 to put in my password.
Yeah. So just hold on. Let me catch up to you guys there, because you need to go log into it, the domain. Then hit OK and close. So when I say restart now, go ahead and hit restart now, because we want to apply the changes.
I think, Nandi, can you check it now?
In which I think Agab gave it. Have you tried what Agab said there? I think he put some suggestion for you there.
I tried it didn't work. Where did you?
Yeah, see, the thing about this whole thing is, that's why this whole network configuration thing is dicey, because if you miss one thing.
The current volume is 100%.
Jesus. Yeah, so if you miss one thing, any small thing you miss can affect, will block your arrangements. That's the challenge. So,
are we signing NSTAR class 2/NSTAR user?
Yeah, don't use NSTAR class 2. You need to change the domain. Just wait for me. Let me wait for my own to show up.
Unamdi, where did we name that domain? NSTAR.local. Let me go and check it. Which
Yeah, because it was in NSTAR class 1. That's what we did the domain.
Yeah, so can you go back to control panel? Control panel, security.
No, that's for firewall.
So how do I go back? I want to go and check the control panel. We go accounts, manage accounts.
Yeah, if you.
No, not manage account.
The first time we used domain was when we are doing installation.
Yeah, when we set
Almost
up
at
the
the
domain,
end of it. That's where you use the NSTAR.
the local.
So because I'm trying to see what's wrong with mine. Why is
Yeah, if the come to your NSTAR class one, let's check this. Yeah, well, honestly, whenever this happens, it's always difficult to troubleshoot because it's like I don't know which setting you missed.
So yeah, so I'm in my NSTAR class
one. Just come on the folder here, this folder here. Just open up one of these folders. Open up that folder.
Okay.
Come to computer or my network, whatever. Oh, sorry, my PC.
Computer, okay.
Right, click on it and go to properties.
Mm-hmm.
It's just showing NSTAR.local here. Computer name NSTAR.local.
Yes, it said NSTAR.local, yeah.
Okay, so check, go to the control panel and system and security, go to the firewall. Is this firewall disabled?
Yes, everything is disabled.
Yeah, that's, I don't have any other. So you just have to go to NSTAR class 2. You have to check all the settings on NSTAR class. So check your IP address, make sure it's correct. Check the defaults. Just check everything that we configured. So the actually IP address, that's the most important thing. All right, so on NSTAR class 2, so when I'll send control alt delete, so instead of logging into this NSTAR class 2, because this is the local, this is the server, right? We don't want to log into NSTAR class, we want to log into NSTAR, the domain. Hit the back arrow here. See where it says switch user. Hit the back arrow and then select other user. So now you see you're signing into NSTAR, right? Yeah. Okay, so you can sign in, you can use that NSTAR user, or well, NSTAR user is not even a domain account. Let's use administrator for now. No, so it's, see, when I type in administrator, it's taking me back to, let's use NSTAR user.
Everything is correct.
So make sure you're still signing, that is signing into NSTAR. Then put the password. So make sure you're signing to.
It's still the strong password that you put there, right?
Yeah, that's the only password we've been using.
Okay. I'm not picking on Mutawa.
Meaning?
As I know the person, I make I learn the look. As I know the press.
Daniel, help Morgan though, because it looks like he has sent his jazz back to sender.
No. I'm in a state. I'm in my own case now.
I want to say, Morgan has sent to Amadio and Hannah. You don't even know.
No, we don't know what.
That is one matter.
Because Daniel say he press everything correct. He no green work. What can we say to this thing?
Organ. Troubleshoot.
Let me see. Where's my mouse?
So I can fix it, because if I'm not getting something right, I'm not happy. So now I'm losing my patience.
Daniel, don't lose your patience, please. Be calm.
Yeah, but the problem is this, like, that's why I was making sure, saying everybody, make sure you're going with me that whole time, because this is networking, right? A small miss, if you miss something, it's going to throw off everything. If you miss one thing.
Yeah, but the funny part is that when we checked my network now, I did everything right. I cross-checked the IP address.
So try connecting again. Try joining to the network again. Yeah,
I did now. It's still the same thing.
If everything is correct, then you have to keep trying to join the network. That's the only thing you can do.
Try to what?
So that's the only thing you can do. You have to keep retrying if the connection, if everything is correct. When we do NSTAR class 3, if it has the same issue, then we know something is off with the network from your end. So I think that's the best thing is since we've done NSTAR class 2, let's repeat the same thing for NSTAR class 3, and then we'll go from there. If it works on NSTAR class 3, then you just have to go and look at NSTAR class 2 step by step.
So
all right, so let's go to NSTAR class 3. So we'll just try to join this to the domain as well. So the same thing we just did to NSTAR class 2, we'll try to do with NSTAR class 3. All right, so open up this file explorer. And then go to this PC or computer, right click, and go to properties. And then change settings. And change. All right, so same deal, NSTAR class 3. And then the domain is nstar.local. All right, so Mr. Daniel, try it out here. Let's see if it works out here, then we know that you probably missed something in NSTAR class 2. So hit OK.
It didn't work.
And then yes.
Namdi.
Yeah.
It didn't work. The same thing might show you. You see yours now, the same thing is giving me. Like this.
Yeah, so
both of my own, they are giving me the same result you just give me.
I'll just keep trying again. If your configuration is correct, you just have to keep retrying.
It is working with me. So if you solve this problem here, now then I can solve my own. That is the key.
Again, sometimes it's just a setting. I'm just retrying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said if yours can able to work, then mine is the same thing. It's so painful when you're trying to do something and it's not.
All right, network is fine.
Let me hang up now.
Hang up.
Let me hang up from here. My laptop show. Yeah. We'll continue.
They call hang, you see this my van.
DNS. Problem with DNS.
I mean, it's the same deal pretty much. So it's still.
Are you handling now the two?
It's still NSTAR class 1. I mean, this is normal for this stuff to.
I'm not gonna wait for me. Calm down.
There you go.
I'm gonna arrange Lappy today or tomorrow. And next weekend we will continue.
Stop that.
Once again. Why are you?
Did everybody else is everybody else having the same issue? Or
Yeah,
yeah, everybody's on should work.
Mine says an active directory domain controller NSTAR.local could not
That's
be.
the same thing now.
That's what we're going through.
My work.
That's the same thing.
My work. I've already installed it.
Oh, some people are facing the same problem. They kept quiet.
I just got to that stage now.
You people will not make heaven.
No,
No, but once you are the mouthpiece, now when you have spoken,
Which kind of mouthpiece?
No, even
you
like
to say.
I just got to that stage now.
Be careful now, express you. They go. It don't happen. It don't jam.
I don't talk.
All right, so I'm just going to restart my NSTAR class 3 and see if.
Start my own.
Follow up now.
That's what I'm doing. I'm restarting my NSTAR class 3 to see if it fixes
My
it.
work. Do we say when signing in, should we use the same?
That's the same way I signed into NSTAR class 2. Sign in to change the domain, change the user to sign in as NSTAR.
That's how they started.
If you call me, I say power and then restart.
Okay, restart this. Okay.
So now the username should be NSTAR.
No, not the username. That's the domain. You're still using NSTAR user.
I see.
Let me restart the boot.
So you're going to come here and go to click back and then choose and sign into the domain. That's all you're going to do, just like we did for the last one.
Yeah. You want to be sure it's to the NSTAR user. Okay.
Let's try this again.
Okay, I'm in.
Hey, whoa, my own is showing different things.
What's in this one?
Yeah, that one is serious.
Serious situation.
Let's see what.
Oh, Jesus.
It's wonderful. It's still the same thing.
What do you use for the username with the Windows security that pops up? And then it says computer name and domain changes.
Say that again.
After you do the NSTAR.local, another window pops up that says Windows security, and this is username and then password.
Yeah, so you put the username will be administrator, and then the same password.
Unamdi, you restart the system again, the server?
Yeah, I'm restarting the server again.
This is where it's annoying when you can't figure out what the problem is.
That is my point. It gives me like. Wow.
Yeah, they talk about this thing today. Say this VM thing. This guy is just unnecessarily stubborn.
Oh.
Not that. And make me angry and now they just they look like this.
You are doing something, you are not getting a result, and it's so painful.
Oh, rubbish, man.
Brian.
Yes.
Brian, is yours successful?
Yeah, mine is successful.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with mine, bro.
What's you say? No talk.
The same
In the
thing.
game.
The same thing Unamdi is facing right now. My class 2.
Daniel,
class 3.
just keep looking at him. In case he solves his own, you can be able to solve
Don't mind
yours.
the man. Just there, the talk says, we're trying to solve your problem, and
Follow him. So you don't miss out.
You're just rambling
When
the
he
whole time.
solves his own, you solve your own.
But when I solve it, I'll now come and join his computer to solve something I've gone through all of this thing to figure.
Leave me and Morgan. No, we are not handy here. We are just eye watchers.
Not solving anything.
Charlie.
Something that's configured for IP address.
One or more of the following zones do not include
Ka nke ihe ị na-ekwu m na-anọlụ nwayọ na onwe ihe megade. I just na-ekili ihe ekili.
Asịkwara na mkparị ga-adị ije nka.
Don't do.
Na mkparị ga-adị o.
John chapter 4, verses 20.
So, Nandi,
Yeah.
so logging in, I'll log in as NSTAR. I've restarted the server, the system. So, server
Yeah.
NSTAR, right?
Yeah, log into the domain, to the NSTAR domain.
Oh.
EJK.
All right, 168.101.10.
I got them. We still got like 5 classes, right?
I don't know. I have to check. Like 2 weeks.
No, nah. I don't want to make this class end. I enjoy it.
It's not going to sign into the NSTAR.
Say that again.
It's not signing into NSTAR. It says wrong username.
Use NSTAR user.
Maybe he's crying.
That's a big one. That's number 2.
Oh, okay. That'd be like my first son. That boy.
This VMware get problem.
Better issue. Never see.
But mine worked.
See the app is
it should work. It shouldn't be an issue for the most part. Yeah, so the challenge is this guy is not seeing NSTAR class 1.
That's the problem. Huh?
Yeah, so if you can't see NSTAR class 1, that's why he can't join NSTAR class 1.
So that means the IP address.
Yeah, but IP address is configured properly.
NSTAR class 1 is the admin.
Yeah, so it says the IP address .10. It's 168. So it can see the IP, but it can't see the name. So there's some resolution thing going on.
Nandi, so like this problem now, there is no way you just put something and it tells you this is what the problem is. It just takes you straight to what the problem is.
Well, I mean, this is not my area, so I'm sure the people that do this every day know what to do to fix it. Well, me, I'm just trying to make sure I did everything my settings correctly, because that's the only thing I know. This is kind of like outside of SQL Server scope. And again, sometimes it's just networking is funny. So you see, it's working for others. Some people, it's not working for some people. Sometimes it's just you can't do anything about.
Have you tried to restart your system entirely?
This system, these servers are independent.
Okay. I contribute to anything.
Your contributions are accepted.
Good do.
So
that I'm part of good do. Baby, I love you. Good do.
Somebody should come and get this man, man.
I love you too. Why, baby, I love you. That's good. No? Charlie. Oh, man. Be careful. Amazing how this thing works, though. As they're not even on the desktop now. This one is virtual.
Oh, so 1 and 3. Yeah, I don't want DHCP though. Yeah, I don't want. One oh one dot 12. This 13.
We're not going to talk about interviews today.
Not sure.
No, but the good thing is you don't have any interviews tomorrow. I was going to say, I was going to do like a makeup session tomorrow. Because we kind of lost a lot of time this weekend.
Sure.
This weekend seems complicated. Like,
Serious, this weekend.
This weekend is headache.
Why don't you check the IP address that we used? We didn't use the well, it's confusing actually.
I just changed up the IP addresses now.
Okay.
Monday, can the NSTAR class 3 be reinstalled? Is it possible?
Do everything again?
Since you can't figure out what the problem is.
That's too much stress.
Like seriously.
We'll figure out, we'll do this one, we'll fix this one here. Oh, still didn't work.
See,
Professor, solve this problem for us.
you're missing a dot in your dot local.
Yeah, there's only which dot I thought, right? There's no dot there. That's like this. I'm not quite sure again what. I might still just have to redo the whole thing because everything else is all straight. Let's try this. So I'm taking one last shot. I'm going to try to shut down everything with the VMs, and then I'll rename the domain controller, give it the proper name. Even though I don't think that's the problem, but it's there to lose. So rename and restart everything.
Nnamdi, I'm sure you're tired of this now.
No, I do this every day. This is not the most difficult thing that happens. It's a normal thing for things to get stuck. I said at the beginning that if you miss one thing, it's going to frustrate you. It's going to run out of this thing. It's part of the learning process. Things will throw you off. If you're writing code and something misses, you have to patiently look at it.
Obviously.
Yeah, you have to patiently. If you don't patiently look at it, you won't do it. Nothing will happen. Getting frustrated will not fix any problem. And this is the list of them. This is the list of the problems you're going to feel.
Are you serious?
There's no consequence now. This is plain. This is my computer. Worst case scenario, I'll delete everything and do it again.
Straight up.
Yeah. If you're doing it, if you're having issues where there's money, company money involved, that's when you're under pressure.
You start sweating under AC.
Exactly. I want no come my way.
Don't apply for work if you don't want that one to come.
I'm applying, though.
So better be ready for things to break.
Maybe imagine I will call a gap. Yeah, I will call a gap. I will pay a gap. I will pay a gap $20 an hour.
So.
I got to go ahead and I got my mom. Yeah, my
Our house from here. If I don't take light here.
Huh? Never think like where?
On candle.
Nnamdi, this is getting tougher.
Nah, it's not tough. You have to be patient and go through the process.
I want the patience now. My choice. To pick up right. So, John. America.
Morgan, mute yourself, I beg.
I'm not getting that. My voice is sweet now. I will sample my voice. Good job.
Yeah, all right, I'm done. I'm going to just undo. I'm just going to redo NSTAR class 3. There's something about is not happy with. There's something off somewhere.
But the fact is, Nnamdi, if you redo it, it's not going to affect 2 and 1, right?
No, 1 and 2 are good. They're already on the network.
Go ahead. That's what I would do long time.
Yeah, that's the. I was trying to see if there was a quick or easy fix, but
you've been wasting, you would have just redone everything.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the process is still the same.
This thing now so I can't face that headache. I just redo everything.
Sometimes at least you have to check. And besides, it's easy for me to do that, but nobody will learn anything by me doing that. That's why I was trying to see if there's a way we can see something and fix it. But
can't you see Ogan now the things about us?
It's not happening. So yeah, it's just for fun.
Really? Meanwhile, question for my colleagues in here. Is any of us in the IT industry though?
How does that question help you help yourself?
I'm just asking.
What's the objective of the question? That's my question to you.
But it doesn't have any objective, Ogan.
So don't ask any objective-less question.
The fact is that
please answer Morgan, I beg. Answer if you write to tell Morgan, you write to let me solve my problem.
I just asked.
Oh man.
I don't know where they tackle.
Yeah, Morgan, I'm in IT.
Okay, cool. You're in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Correct, man.
He said, why is he asking this question?
If your company they recruit, I beg.
I work for CoreLogic.
CoreLogic?
Yeah, CoreLogic.
Okay.
Yeah, Morgan, rapukwa Brian, him on a soko Igbo.
Now what I tell you, I go use them for my manager now.
Aponya, oga legi na anali change. Na so gi Igbo I change facing all these things.
Now what I go use them? Hapo oga Brian, yeah, so like English or so I know they enjoy. All of them go calm down. Okay, that's right. That's right.
You're a fool, man.
Nnamdi. Nnamdi.
I've been to know the
yes, sir.
What did you do now that makes it work?
Wait, I did just NSTAR for the domain because I can.
Well, let me do it now.
I just was able to do because I'm seeing here that I can ping nstar.com. So something is.
Okay, mine work too. Nnamdi. So what's the username is gonna be what?
I don't know who for the pass, you or Morgan.
I don't fool.
Administrator as a username and then your password. Unbelievable, man.
What have I done now?
Oh man. What's saying? The domain doesn't exist. So we're rejoicing too early. All right, it's not working. I'm just going to redo NSTAR class 3 completely.
So me now go do and start class 2 and 3 because my 2 and 3 didn't work.
Yeah, you
I
do
thought
have
you
that
said
class.
it work.
No, trying to. I was trying to play a trick on it to see if it will work, but the trick didn't work. So. Yeah, I'm just going to redo NSTAR class 3 completely. And that's where, well, at least it works for most of us. So I think it's just me and Daniel that need. Okay, so 3 of us. It's so
just like did your own
redo.
work?
Yeah, Jocelyn is good. All right, so I want us to quickly, since tomorrow is Memorial Day, I want us quickly, I have stuff I'm doing tomorrow. Can we catch up like late tomorrow evening?
Sure, now.
Yes.
How late, Namdi?
Like 8 p.m. late.
Why if we're not doing it for afternoon now? Because
I have stuff going on during the day.
But tomorrow I have a family to something to do. My big bro.
Family things.
Why don't we choose during the other choose another day?
Well, I was thinking tomorrow because it's Memorial Day. Before, because I really wanted to do spend some time. We didn't do anything with regards to, we didn't review anything we have availability, but even more importantly, we didn't talk about anything interviews. And I wanted to spend some time on that before you guys start getting calls again.
Namdi. Calls are coming this week for sure.
Yeah,
Namdi.
so yeah.
How do we do this? How are we going to redo this? Are we going to delete it and restore it again?
Yeah, I'm going to delete it and install it again.
So that's what I'm asking. So I can go.
Yeah, so you shut down, do this. So you go to power, shut it down. All right, so once you shut down NSTAR class 3, when it's done, come here and go to manage and then delete from disk.
Delete, and what delete from disk?
Yeah, but you let it finish shutting down first, then you can delete it. Then you can create it again. That way it doesn't keep any settings or anything. It will delete the whole VM.
Let me see.
For us, the old is not even powered on, right? Still need to do the same thing.
Say that again.
For my own, will I do the same thing?
Well, yours is a different situation. We need to yours is virtualization not even enabled on your. It's not enabled on your computer yet. So we need to enable virtualization first. That's the first step. Then before you can even do anything else.
Thank you for no loss.
All right. So I will just leave my own then.
Namdi.
Yes, sir.
You're making it for no loss as it is hot. So everybody don't join my category, right? I thought I was alone. So I've been monitoring like a monitoring spirit. All of my
See?
Class 2. Now everybody don't come join my category.
This misery loves company going on here.
They console ourselves.
The landlord, the Monacom parents.
Oh man.
I just at the hello.
I they hail you too, my dear.
This very happy healings. Unbelievable. All right, what's a good time for us to catch up tomorrow? Tomorrow evening, I think like 8 p.m. for a couple of hours.
8 p.m. like Eastern time or
yeah, Pacific? Eastern time. I don't know any other time. Whatever time people are in, just convert it.
Why don't we do 9 p.m. Eastern? So that would be 8 p.m. Central.
Well, the later it is for me, the better. I'm awake till.
That'll be 12 midnight. That'll be 12 a.m. California time.
It will be good, man.
Pacific.
That's fine. That's fine by me.
9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and California people, that'll be 7 p.m. your time.
12 a.m.
No, we're ahead. I mean, we're below rather.
Yeah, so it'll be like 9 p.m. here will be like 6 p.m. for you guys.
That'll be 6 p.m. Sorry, from Eastern. Sorry, I'm confusing from Central. Yeah, that'll be your 6 p.m.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anybody there, Nigeria here, when in African time too? No.
African time.
I did Nigeria. NEPA don't take light now.
NEPA don't take light.
Thunder do your area, rain they fall.
Serious, not thunder.
All right, so 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
So, now the how long is going to last for?
5 hours.
About a couple of hours, maybe 1 to 2 hours, maybe like 2 hours max.
Yeah, because we need to talk, man.
Yeah, 2 hours max. So one last tip I wanted to give us. This you should need to do this every week. Like Sunday evenings, you should always go and re-upload your resume. So pull it down from all the sites where you have it and then re-upload it, so that it gives you a semblance of being a new applicant or a new. You don't want it to look like you've been on the portal for a long time.
Oh, okay.
So we should take it out and re-upload it again.
Yeah, always re-upload I'll say every Sunday evening, set a reminder to go in and re-upload that. Yeah, and also don't just, like I said, don't just wait for the calls to come in. Make sure you're applying by yourself to, openings. Go on LinkedIn, apply on Dice, on LinkedIn, on Indeed, everywhere.
What about LinkedIn?
No, Anandi, I have a question in terms of, there was one I applied and they sent me this assessment that had to do with Excel and pivot and everything.
Excel.
And what do you think about all those things? Because I didn't want to go do the assessment and flop,
That's where I don't know. I don't deal with I've not had to deal with the assessments thingy. For the most part, they move you on. And I know some companies want to do like all these assessments, but I've not really had to do any of that myself.
I just ignored it. I was like, if you guys want to call me, you call me. If you're not, so be it.
Yeah, for the most part, they normally would get it. I know some companies do the assessment. I know some, but it's very rare. It's very, very rare. So yeah, it's very.
Assessments are from Indeed. So if you check very well, they're not from the company per se.
No, some companies send their own. Some like some agencies have their own internal screening assessments that they do, right? But like you're saying now, you're saying it has to do with like pivot tables and Excel stuff. That's not my cup of tea, So I don't know. It's a strange.
Yeah.
It's strange. I guess I'll say just use your discretion. If the job description is a pure DBA role, then have a conversation with the recruiter. Let them know you don't see the essence of this assessment. It's not related to database administration.
I applied. I was the one that made the application. I applied
okay.
And then they sent me the assessment as an email thingy. Say the company requires this assessment to be completed.
Yeah, if you don't feel comfortable with assessment, just skip it. You're kind of applying from a place of power, right? So you're not like looking for work, right? No. So if it's too stressful, I'll just say ignore it. Let somebody else take their shots.
And the ones that say like they're full-time roles, that because the thing is I'm applying to everything. What do you tell them in terms of going over there to work full-time? If you're going for anything full-time,
How do you mean? What do you tell them while you're going
The
over?
job is like full-time because you don't live in the city or state. you know, I'm telling them I'm open for relocation, but
Yeah.
shoot is not the way it works, but you know.
Yeah, so I mean, we're open for relocation. It's pretty much that's it. So if if anybody's curious, why are you looking to relocate? It's more a you know, an internal conversation you've had. You know, your family is good with it. You're ready to move your career to the next level. And if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. You know, a lot of people when they move, they don't move their families immediately. So that's something kind of like it's going to be a slow transition for the family. But it's a conversation you've had with the important people, and they're fine with it.
Because my recruiter asked me maybe if there's a job in another state, if I can relocate, then I'm like if the pay is good, I don't mind. So she said okay.
Yeah, no, for the right opportunity, you're willing to relocate. You know, something like that. So they always get it. So the right pay, right conditions, right company. You know,
Do you have any material that talks about that .NET? Because I'm seeing that a lot in a lot of requirements for those SQL Server jobs.
Nah, .NET is nothing. It's just something you install before you install SQL Server.
So you don't have people that work specifically with just the .NET, because there was something that even came in my mail this morning, like all these jobs. You know how they send you all this job thingy that is open, and I saw a .NET developer. So I'm wondering, is there any other thing to
Okay, the .NET developer is different. That's for people that build web applications. That use that's for web development.
Okay, so in our own situation, it's just when we're installing it, that's when we're dealing with.
Yeah, what we do is .NET framework. So when I was doing the domain, you see there was an option for .NET, install .NET. That's the only .NET that we care about, that we do.
Okay.
But .NET developer as a position is a whole different career path.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what the clarification I wanted to get, because I saw that it got me confused with, would that be also the .NET that we're talking about when in our
No. That's a different platform for not those .NET would use like Visual Studio and things like that to write code.
So we should apply for those ones, right?
If it's not SQL DBA, then no need to apply for it. You have to be a SQL Server Database Administrator role.
Okay.
Whether it's a senior, junior, mid-level contract, SQL Server DBA is inside it, then apply. If it has any other title, don't apply.
Okay.
So somebody comes up with like MySQL database is not for us. Oracle DBA is not us. Just database administrator. Some people just say database administrator without any specification on the platform.
Yeah.
Read through the job description and see what's predominantly they're asking for. That's when I will say read through the job description and see, is it an SQL? If you look through the job description, it's looking for like Oracle and Mongo and some weird things, skip it. Don't need to stress about that one.
But I saw something that this one it's asked for both MSQL and MySQL. So if you have something like that I want you to have both knowledge also, like.
Yeah, so you need to find out from them what percentage of it is MySQL, right? So if you can ask the recruiter and tell them like, hey, I'm a core SQL Server DBA, my core area of expertise is SQL Server. Is this a requirement to get in? Or is this something that would be nice to have? Some people just have some things that they call it nice to have, but not required. If they tell you the MySQL is just nice to have, but not required, then you can move forward. If they say no, it's 50-50, or you need to know MySQL and SQL Server, then you move on. All right, so all of your expertise right now is in SQL Server. So you want to be in your area of strength as much as possible. But yeah, don't need to. So, but always, before you dismiss, always talk to the recruiter again. Don't make your judgment based on just job description. Job descriptions, again, I've seen a lot of those jobs say they write Mongo, Cassandra rubbish on the job description. And then you talk to the recruiters, and that's not what they're looking at. The job itself doesn't have any of those requirements. Right. So always, speak to the recruiters first and then you know, let that guide you, because those people have, it's the one that they've spoken to the clients. So the clients already, they've probably given them exactly what they're looking for. You know, a lot of times when you're talking to recruiters, they'll tell you the clients really want somebody who knows this, or really want somebody who knows that. That's what you want, is that clarification from the recruiters. But don't, you know, but if it's just based on job description, all you really want is the job title. If the job title rhymes with what we do,